The only focus of Chelsea now is to recruit Montpellier attackers, with when Dusan Vlahovic is getting further. Chelsea have shifted their focus to Eli Wahi, who is 20 years old, from Montpellier than Juventus striker Dusan Vlahovic. Wahi pocketed 19 goals and 6 assists in 33 appearances in 2022-23 and would give a threat in front of the goal for any team who was lucky to get his autograph. However, Foot Mercato claims that West London is not the only team at the top of England who likes the young man. The report stated that Arsenal were also interested in the Frenchman, which meant that the two London clubs could face each other in the bidding war. Rudy Galletti, the Italian journalist, claimed that Todd Boehly and Pochettino were leaning towards Wahi rather than Juventus's middle attackers, who were coveted by Vlahovic. Speaking exclusively to Gimsport, he said, about Dusan Vlahovic, "There is also Chelsea, even though they are now more focused on Eli Wahi and PSG. They have approved personal requirements with Dusan Vlahovic in the last few days. Interoperate for Dusan Vlahovic, let's wait and see." Brighton coach Roberto De Zerbi expressed Chelsea's shortcomings this season. Brighton stands firmly at their midfielder. De Zerbi made a cynical comment. Chelsea tried to sign Caicedo from Brighton, but met with resistance. De Zerbi has shown that Brighton must find great players to replace him because they will compete in the Europa League, the luxury that Chelsea does not have this season. Roberto De Zerbi said, "Cases remain with us until my owner changes my mind. I don't know what will happen in the future, but if Moises leaves, we have to find the right player. We have to replace it with great players, because this year we play in the Europa League, unlike Chelsea." Brighton massively outperformed Chelsea last season, although it spent a number that did not approach the amount carried out by the West London team for the past year. But it still needs to be seen whether it is only once, or a sign will come. Chelsea can make an offer record for Real Madrid players. That is none other than Federico Valverde. Uruguay midfielder has been an important part of the Carlo Ancelotti team for the past 2 seasons. Thus, it is believed that Real Madrid did not intend to release Valverde this summer. But in recent years, they have shown that they are open to get out even from key players, if the right offer is on the table. As reported by Defensa Central, through Fishages, Chelsea can offer a cost of €115 million for Valverde this summer, and will increase that number to €130 million in 2024. It will make it the most expensive recruitment in club history. If the number is accurate, then they can definitely tease Real Madrid. It will be a record of departure in their history. At the end of the day, they were stacked in the middle of the park after the arrival of Jude Bellingham. And if Los Blancos wants to contract Kylian Mbappe this summer, they might need to release a famous name. Let's see how this summer is. Maybe it's worth watching Valverde rumors to Chelsea. Chelsea are now interested in bringing Ajax Mohamed Kudus and have made contact for the agreement. The Athletic claimed that he was interested in Mohamed Kudus, worth £40 million from Ajax, and had made contact for the possibility of the movement of the talented wing player. The 22-year-old Ghana international is more comfortable as a conventional central midfielder, playing more advanced or even on the right wing, and its use makes it an interesting choice for club recruitment staff. Dutch legend Marco van Basten believes that Kudus is far better than the Manchester United star, Antony. He told Ziggo Sport Voetbal, "I found the Holy Mohammed soccer player who is much better than Antony. Antony has his expertise, but he is confused by the things he is trying to do. Holy has a much better technique and he knows what he is doing. Antony may be faster, but Holy is smarter and more technical. He is far more like a footballer. You can place it anywhere on the field. Versatile players for the team. In fact, I like it more than Antony. He's more fun to watch the game." Lazio joined the race to recruit Chelsea wing players Callum Hudson-Odoi, who had returned from the loan period. Hudson-Odoi hopes to experience regular playing time next season. Chelsea have refused offers from their West London neighbour Fulham, while there is also an interest from Brentford, Crystal Palace, Nottingham Forest and West Ham United. However, the Premier League club can face further competition, with Alfredo Padula reporting that Lazio is considering his move. Hudson-Odoi is well known by Lazio Maurizio Sarri's boss, following the task of the Italian man as Chelsea boss during the 2018-19 season. there is a belief that Serie A will look for the 22-year-old player with an initial loan agreement with an option to buy. Chelsea star Raheem Sterling called Mauricio Pochettino the best manager suitable for training the Blues. Sterling in his statement said it was difficult to play against the Pochettino team, emphasizing that the Argentine player would bring what the Blues needed to look impressive next season. It was known to the English star through a statement through the official Chelsea website. Sterling said, "When I first heard about the appointment of Mauricio Pochettino, I thought it was interesting. I know how difficult it is to play against his team. They are always tough to fight. I only know he will be a coach who will give what we need." Chelsea vs Brighton final score 4-3. Chelsea chose a much stronger row, at least on paper, this time. Brighton, who scored the first goal, was quite a lot against the game, from a corner thanks to several defense that was rather negligent in the middle of the box. Danny Welbeck seems to scoring a goal quite often against Chelsea, and he did it again. Chelsea responded quickly when Christopher Nkunku used the lucky deflection to equalize a few minutes later. Those are two of the two pre-season matches for Nkunku. Both parties may add scores before the part of the part time, but do not have the quality of the game needed to do it. The second half began in the same way as the first half ended. Chelsea quickly took advantage, and Mykhailo Mudryk and Nicholas Jackson joined to score extraordinary goals. It's all fun and sauce from there, with Gallagher and Jackson adding to the calculation of Chelsea, and Joao Pedro got a consolation goal for Brighton from the white point after Levi Colwill gave a penalty. Brighton got one more goal a few minutes from the time after Joao Pedro danced through defense and set Undaf to do slam dunk. But it was too late. The score ended 4-3 wins for Chelsea. Chelsea vs Brighton player ratings. Kepa Arrizabalaga can't do much against good penalties and might have more authority in some moments, but quite stable. Rating 5, Malo Gusto appearing solid in the second half before being replaced after 71 minutes. Rating 6, Trevoh Chalobah appearing both in the middle and in the right of the defense and appearing solid. Rating 7, Levi Colwill shows that he can also survive a little with a brilliant tackle to Joao Pedro but gives a penalty by violating the same person at the end of the round. Rating 5, Marc Cucurella, a good outing from wing-back and provides bait that sends Nicholas Jackson to score his goal. Tucked when Colwill left. Rating 6, Andre Santos showing his aggressive nature once again before exiting in the 60th minute. Rating 6, Conor Gallagher produced a brilliant block to thwart Brighton's great opportunity in the second half before scoring his second goal in many matches. Rating 6, Cesare Caste committing a violation that made Jan-Paul van Heck expelled from the field, and showed his ability to run with the ball once again and challenge the opponent's box. Rating 6, Raheem Sterling fighting to create serious opportunities before being replaced. Rating 5, Christopher Nkunku continued in the same way as the first round. Rating 6, Mykhailo Mudryk fantastic goals from Ukraine international players after working with Nicholas Jackson. Brilliant attacks and speeds are always a threat. Rating 7, Enzo Fernandez being the forefront in midfield when he entered the field. Rating 6, Angelo Gabriel does not have the same impact as he did against Wrexham, but quite solid on the right side. Rating 6 is Nicholas Jackson not wasting time to be involved in Chelsea's superiority and resulted in an impressive exchange with Mudryk ahead of the last goal. Give a poke to Gallagher so that the midfielder resolves it. Rating 9, Bashir Humphries other solid appearance for defender. Rating 6. Pochettino says Jackson and Nkunku will play together. Mauricio Pochettino said Chelsea fans had to look forward to seeing interesting attacking partnerships from Nicholas Jackson and Christopher Nkunku in the coming weeks. The two players scored in the 4-3 Chelsea win over Brighton Hove Albion in the opening match of the Premier League Summer Series today. Pochettino said he hoped the attacker duo to play together, maybe even in the next Summer Series meeting against Newcastle United in Atlanta on Wednesday. Pochettino said, "What is certain is that we will arrive in the next few matches with the possibility to play it together. With this physical condition, we must use both to share minutes. For Jackson and Mykhailo Mudryk, it is important to score goals. Nkunku too. The attacking players need to score goals to gain confidence. It is important to score goals and then we try to increase Today, we may have more capacity to stay calm and create more opportunities and score more goals. In this area we have to work, we will focus our work. It takes time to be confident and believe in the process to arrive in the best conditions.